Erie News Now talked with local State Senator Dan Laughlin from Erie County today about his top priorities in his new leadership role and if the House and Senate can agree on a measure to allow victims of child sex abuse a window to pursue justice. Our Lisa Adams sat down with the senator for the Insider Public Affairs show, and he has optimism about collaborating with Democrats and the new governor. Good evening.
Good evening, Eva. He does. We talked today about his top priorities, his concerns, and if he is prepared to work with new Governor Josh Shapiro.
49th District State Senator Dan Laughlin, in the middle of his second term, is now chair of the Senate Majority Policy Committee.
The last time a Republican senator from Erie County was in leadership was 1907, so I'm pretty proud of that.
Already he's hosting hearings around the state on issues like this one in Pittsburgh last month on energy access and affordability. Laughlin told me he believes the two biggest problems in the state are Pennsylvania's reputation for not being business-friendly and crime that he sees tied to the opioid epidemic. Senator Laughlin is sponsor of Senate Bill 1 calling for voter ID in Pennsylvania. He says 75% of Pennsylvanians polled support it.
And you don't subscribe to the old argument that this is Republicans trying to disenfranchise Democratic voters?
Not at all. Not at all. That hasn't proven the case across this, across the country. 35 other states have voter ID, and black and brown people are certainly voting in those states. Frankly, after they passed voter ID in Georgia, the participation actually went up.
And although a Democrat has followed a Democrat into the governor's office, Republican leader Laughlin is optimistic he can work well with new Governor Josh Shapiro.
What I've seen so far, he has tried to, kind of lead from the middle, if you will, which is where I like to be. So, I think working with the governor won't be that difficult.
And also wrapped into House Bill 1, or rather I should say Senate Bill 1, the measure for child sex abuse victims to be able to file civil suits beyond the statute of limitations. Also a regulation review between the executive and the legislative branches so a governor can't shut down the state as happened in the global pandemic. You can see my full interview with Senator Dan Laughlin this weekend on The Insider. Live in the studio, Lisa Adams, Erie News Now.